Alright, now that we have our aliens, now we need to get them moving. So first thing I'm going to do is just get them moving to the right, and then we'll look at how to determine whether they need to go down and to the left. So I'm going to come inside my for loop where I'm drawing my aliens, and I'm just going to simply add alien array i.xx. So in other words, for every single alien in the array, I'm going to increase its x by 1, and then I will run this, and there we go. We can see that they are moving off the screen. So now we have them moving, but what happens when they hit the right side or the left side? Well, obviously we need them to move down and then start moving opposite direction. So I am going to go up here to my variables. I'm going to add a new variable, var, actually let me add it with my other variables. There we go, var direction. Actually, I'll just call this alien direction. And initially I'm going to start it to the right. And then down here, I will put an if statement, if alien direction equals right. Then what do I want it to do? Okay, so only if it is to the right, then I want to do plus plus. Then I could add in my else if alien direction equals left, then minus minus, good. But then I also need a third option there. When it hits the wall initially, before it goes left, it's going to go down. So else if alien direction equals down, there we go. And now instead of increasing or decreasing the x, we're going to be increasing the y. So now I have my various conditions. Now I need to decide, how do I know when to change the direction from right to down or from down to left, etc. So what I'm going to do to kind of simplify the code a little bit, I'm going to break this into a separate function instead of trying to tie all of it in with the draw aliens. So I'm going to come down here and do another function check for wall. Oops. And let's see what all AI is adding here. Okay, so we have to run our for loop again because we're checking for each alien, and then we're going to check to see if its x is greater than 930. Okay, so that means it has hit the right wall. And its direction is right, so only check that if its direction is moving right. Good. Then we're going to change the direction to down, and then we have a separate if statement if it's less than 0. So now we're hitting the left wall and it's moving to the left, then down. So that's good. These are important because if let's say we change the direction from down to right, but we're over here at 0 or less than 0, so we're at -1. And the direction is right, it's still going to change it to down if we don't include this. So these are actually very important to include in the statement. So now let's just run this and see what happens. Okay, it did not stop, so something is wrong with this. I never called my function. Okay, so I created my check for wall function, but I never called it. That should happen down here outside of the for loop. We don't want to keep checking it inside the function. We want to check it outside the for loop. So I'm going to check it right here, and let's see what happens. Hopefully this works a little bit better. There we go. So it hits the wall, starts moving down. So perfect. Now, how do I know when I want it to move back to the left? Well, we have a couple options. You can decide either you want it to move down maybe for a certain number of pixels or for a certain amount of time. I'm going to do time just because I feel like it's a little bit easier than keeping track of the number of pixels it's moved, but you can really do it either way. So what I'm going to do is create another variable called downtime. So var downtime equals 0. Then in my function draw aliens, here I have it increasing the y for down. I'm also going to increase my downtime, so downtime plus plus. So now, and we saw AI trying to finish this for me, it might have been correct, I'll get back to that, but what's going to happen is as it's moving down, it is going to increase downtime. So if I want it to move down for 1 second, then after it hits 1 second, or 1,000, because it's 1,000 milliseconds, then I'm going to change its direction. So let's see what AI was trying to put in there. So if downtime equals 1,000 and the alien array is less than 0, okay, so in other words, it's gone down for a second and we're on the left side, then I want to change its direction to right, and I want to set the downtime back to 0, so good. And then this is just going to do opposite. If we're over on the right hand side and we are at 1 second, then yeah, that looks good. So let's see what happens with that added in. Okay, so it is good for the right side, not good for the left side. Okay, I think the issue is I thought that we needed to do this outside of this for loop, but we probably need to actually move that inside. It's interesting it's working for the right but not for the left, having it outside there, but let's see what happens if I move that inside. Okay, still works for the right. And there we go, now it's working for the left as well. Okay, so there is your alien movement. Now, if you want to make it look more like the original game where it's actually jumping, increasing by, instead of just by 1, increasing by like maybe 5 pixels or 10 pixels. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as just doing plus equals 10. I mean, we can do that, but what's actually going to happen, let's see if I can get there fast enough. Okay, it's still not really jumping because it's just moving super fast. So what we would actually have to do is create a separate interval. So our current interval is running at 10 milliseconds. We would have to create another one that was running slower than that and have this draw aliens running on that separate loop. I am going to actually, I'll create another video going through how to do that, because it actually gets kind of complex. So if you don't care about whether it's jumpy or not, if you're happy with the smooth movement, then you're done with the alien movement. But if you would like to do more like the original where it's kind of a jumpy movement, then you'll need to watch the next video for that.